Okay, welcome to Open Source Office Hours MT, and um, this is the second video in a series. Hopefully, the other one's saved. But yeah, this is either going to be the second or the first video in a series about making the spot welder, spot weld to make 18650 battery packs. So my stream was I messed up the stream before, so we're just restarting. Um, so I forget where I was in my story, but this is just a continuation of the last stream. So last stream's video. So if you haven't seen that, you can start there if you wanna understand what's going on. And if that did not save, then all you really need to know is that we're making a battery pack. We're making a spot welder. Sorry. Okay, so this is really messy. This is a really messy microwave, and I kind of want to clean it up. I'm looking around it. I'm not seeing anything that I love to clean it up. Maybe this was this paper towel. Whoa. Still warm. So, yeah, it's just so messy. And it's heavy too. Like this is not a light appliance. Trying to see what else I need to disconnect to take it off. Because I can just start taking screws off. There's nothing wrong with just like taking a bunch of screws off, I don't think. Oh, it looks like there's screws on the side. Okay. The same thing. I do want a little tray for screws. I didn't throw those away. I made little trays. And now I'm like, did I get rid of those? That would be silly. Sometimes I make the mistake of getting rid of tools that I then need to use. Now it feels like one of those times. Around, it's kind of dark right now, and I don't feel like looking around in the dark. If not, they're easy to make, but just cut off the bottom of a plastic bottle. All right, that feels like it's starting to come off. I don't know what it's still attached to. Could be something on the inside. I want to bend it. In this, I'm always tempted. I always just want to take off a bunch of screws because I'm like, it's such a like ridiculous I just don't want to look at it. You don't always want to figure it out. Sometimes I just want to take things apart without thinking, and it's like too much. Like, why is this not coming off? It won't bend from out here. So I'm pulling, and I'm like, okay, it's probably this screw. Like, it's more likely this screw than like that screw up there. So some light pulling can be helpful. But ultimately, this isn't going to be like, yeah, that didn't do anything. I'm not like this. This is 100% gonna be recycled. So, I can't really go wrong. So do I have a magnetic bit? That's like not. Another thing that drives me nuts, like this screw is unscrewed, but it won't come off. So I don't really know what's holding this on. I don't want to flip it again and see. Okay, yeah, I can just push it. I can just push it off. Well, I can on that side. Not on this side, I guess. And now I do feel like it's this screw. There's a screw over here in the corner that's like. I'm scared to put my hand in there because this screw just does not want to come out. There we go. All right. Just switch the angle. Use my hand instead. Let's see if that worked. If that did anything, though. I should have looked up a video on how to disassemble this exact microwave. Interesting that I have one panel off. Okay, so I'm pulling the door off. The door is still attached at the top, and I don't think that's going to move. It seems like the way that it's manufactured is such just on there. So I think I'm just going to keep undoing screws. We'll see how that goes. Oh, what just fell? Okay. You have a metal part off. It's the door hinge. It's the bottom door hinge. Oh, man. I've had this microwave for like too long. It smells a little funny. Oh man, it's so dirty. Oh, gross. I'm right back. Okay. So I realized something, and that is that I think the other reason is like, right, like I could just spend, I'm just trying to make this a little less dirty in case I touch it again. It's very gross. I'm realizing that like I could spend like the money. Ugh. This came with pets, which is never like I try. Yeah, I don't know. Like I could just spend the money on the spot welder, right? But like the problem is, I don't know, owning a bunch of tools that you don't really understand how they're made is like not. Electrical is kind of like computer programming, or like it's just like one of those skills that like feels incredibly valuable to learn. Certain basic trade skills, and like even if I'm not gonna be an expert, like building a spot welder seems like it'll teach me some things. Um, and yeah, like I said before, I don't really want to. I don't really want to spend. It's right. It's awkward if you spend a bunch of money on a tool that you then don't really use. It's just like this capital that you. It's just. Not, it's not like tools are supposed to be used. All right, this is all bending. See, this is bending off. I kind of want to just rip it off. It just feels like there's a better way than that. Okay. I could take the bottom off too, it looks like. That's even, oh yeah, it looks like I started on that. There's the bottom, there's the back. That's where most of the screws are. And they're all their Phillips head or the T, what did I say, T15 or whatever it was. In some ways, this is my favorite part of any, like, fixing project is the disassembly. I don't know, like, I think because kind of like easy and you never get to, like, I haven't seen what's inside before, and it's like the figuring out how the thing works. Because the assembly is for sure, in my experience, assembly is usually harder. These screws are not coming out, they're just turning. Actually, this one's coming out. The other one was just turning, which is like maybe the housing's messed up. I don't know. Okay, something's weird there. Oh yeah, no, it was all right. It's just I shouldn't have this like this. I should have it like this. Right, so the components to this, it's basically just a bunch of metal and plastic and then some electrical stuff. Basically harvesting the electrical stuff. Oh man, I am not taking this apart well. We'll see, I might have messed it up. But like that thing just fell off. And I think that's the thing that I need actually. I'm trying to figure out if I smell burning. I'm like, there's no power connected to this. I'm touching stuff, like, but I should. I'm like wondering. There's no power connected, but I am like, oh, the capacitors. Like, should I be wary of the capacitors? Yeah, it's gnarly in there. What other screws need to come off? It's also possible it's just an unhooking situation. And it does feel like that right now. What's confusing is I can't see what needs to be unhooked. So I'm doing it entirely by feel. And these 3 points are now unhooked. Okay, great. Okay, so that looks like the light. So I'm basically just going to unscrew everything because I don't like. The goal is to take it all apart and not break anything. Is this the light? I don't know. It just looks like a light fixture, but there's no, like, I don't think that's see-through unless. Whoops. Okay, great. We only have a piece off. So this just looks like, it's just metal. I don't know, maybe it's aluminum. It feels a little heavier than aluminum to me, but maybe it's just dense. That will just go to metal recycling, probably. I don't really know what I would do with it. And maybe this is the light. Yeah, this thing is really heavy. Wow, this is insanely heavy. And I think I just kind of dropped it, so. Crap. This is so heavy. Wow. Okay. I'm not really sure where to rest it either. I think I'm going to rest it there. It feels like that's going to break off. I just dropped my screwdriver down there, and I'm like, how am I going to get it? This is not something I should be doing in the dark. Like I said, I was inspired. Yeah. What a funny. This is just funny. But sometimes you just gotta get the project started, right? This is what I'm using to grab my screwdriver. What is this, a pry bar of sorts? This pry bar was a find. Which is why I don't know what it's called. Crowbar? Pry bar? And like a 1x3 or 1x2 or something. Just grab it? Yeah, okay. I maybe did not need those things. Craft board. I take this off. It would be great. I don't like this is. There's multiple things happening here. One, I am scared of the electricity. Two, this is leaning on something that doesn't feel like it should be on. Like it was screwed into the back or bottom, I think. And now it's just leaning on this thing. And like, I don't know if it should be. Like, I don't want anything to break. I don't want anything to, it's not plugged in. So like, okay, that is detached, but I don't understand. Do these plugs come off? I don't understand these attachments. Okay, the heat is coming off the light. None of this unplugs. That's okay. There's a board over here. I want to clip these like. I kind of want to take a photo of it, but then I also just want to. Like, how much does it matter if this thing gets bent? Oh, that's the problem with just taking off screws willy-nilly. Is like, oh, okay, this should. The problem with taking off screws willy-nilly is you might take off something that makes it harder first. Okay, let's. All right. Okay. I'm destroying the circuit board. I don't know if I need the circuit board. This thing is incredibly heavy. This is the thing I need. This heavy thing. I'll show you here in a sec. I think a sec, if I can get this off. I'm so scared this thing's gonna fall on my foot now. It's so ridiculously heavy. I kind of put it on a scale on the stream so that people can. I gotta see. It's still attached over there, which is very confusing. I'm trying to just pull it. Let's see. This is one of those things that, like, should not be taking me this long. Finally, I pulled up from over here. So that's where you type stuff in, and I pulled sort of up in this way, I guess. It's screwed in, and then it's also secured sort of by, like, sort of clips in or something. How messy are my hands right now? Not crazy. Not the cleanest. Okay. That makes it much easier. I want to take this front cover off just because it's hanging awkwardly, and I don't like things. Nothing should be hanging awkwardly. This was kind of bold. I'm kind of like, I don't know. We'll see. I was not. This desk space was supposed for something else, and I was just like, no, I want to get going on this. I kind of like have a shortage of desks currently. Maybe I always do, and I'm not sure how many desks. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll always have one more project than project space. I kind of doubt it though. I don't actually think that's the case. I think I just like have a certain number. Interesting. Never had like a screen like that. Okay. Now, how do I want to do this? All right. Already things are bad. I want that newspaper completely covering this table, and it is not. Yeah. Okay, I do like, though, nothing's leaning anywhere in any weird way. Danger, high voltage. Discharge capacitor before servicing. I don't know how long capacitors will maintain charge. It has been staying for a while, but like things can maintain charge, I guess. So like I don't know. Or maybe I should look into that because it's dangerous, right? Like a microwave capacitor is really dangerous. It can be really dangerous, is my understanding. So like, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna come back to the continue. I just like am realizing that I'm just like I got it. I was in a space where I did not want to leave it. I don't know. I shouldn't be touching that capacitor probably. And so I wanted to get it to a space where I can leave it, and it seems better. Still kind of worries me, but here we are. All right, so I will see you in the next one. This will be I expect this long series for building a thing because I don't know what I'm doing, but it will be complete. It will be a full series. I expect it to be a full series, or at least I will. You will see the full problem-solving process for getting a working and decent spot welder for making battery packs.